But I'm asking you, if there's one thing you want to say to my mom or Uncle Ted, because mom and Uncle Ted were like the parents to all of us. They were always there. They always took care of us. They always were teaching us and protecting us.
This beautiful woman right there. Thank you for being really a beacon in my life. I can't say that enough because you have been. And kick some ass all across this world. And I'll always respect that. So,
And being a kid, growing up, seeing my aunties, it filled me with pride, made me feel good. And every time we stood up against the cops and my aunties and my uncles would get out there and stand up to them, that gave me heart for today. Kalamia, auntie.
You know, Madonna opened her home along with Ted and never turned anybody away. And even when it was tough, she always found a way to make it happen. Madonna used to be the one that she would tell us things, and you know how she talks, you know, she gets right on it, you know, and she would tell us things, but she would make us think about what it was that she was telling us. And she didn't make us learn it. She would explain it and let us discover for ourselves what the true meaning was and what it meant to each one of us. So I want to thank you for that, for being that way, being a caring person.
That's the thing that our people were. That was the basis of who we were as Lakota. Forgiving, generous. So that's what we learned. We learned that with each other because we went through it. It wasn't all, you know, kumbaya. You know, we had our fights, and especially around dishes, you know. But that's what we learned. We were responsible. So we tried to know better. We tried to be our best. So we just wanted to say that much to you, Auntie.
My mother, Patricia Bellinger, who's on this, as my little brother said, was a big part of the movement in the Minnesota, the eastern half. And I had the honor, when traveling with my mother, to be able to listen to her and Madonna in cahoots. They planned a revolution, let me tell you, like none other. But it's the work of these women, you know, like was said earlier as well, you know, that showed us how we needed to be, what we needed to do. When we gathered, these women worked together through Warren, through AIM, through Treaty Council. She would get us together, like you heard earlier, you know, how she helped to educate us, to lay it out on the floor, and then made us turn around and research. And she said, the only thing you're gonna do to make change is you need to educate. You know, so your work is still has a huge impact. And it's still flowing into the future. Those teachings and all that work that you did, all that, and all the love. You know, you heard about that here.
This woman here, she stepped into our first ever Native American Two-Spirit powwow here in Rapid City, and her and Mabel Ann danced at our first ever Native American Two-Spirit powwow, and we give you great honor. We went to her house, and I was so scared. I was so scared to walk in. She had all these dogs way out in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? Chuck, and we're with the white guy, you know. Man, I walk in and, you know, she greets us and hugs us and gives us coffee and welcomes us in and sits down in her house, and that was the most joyous revelation of my life. She showed us the strength of our people, which is compassion in our heart.